boat sounds.
Ooh, boat sound.
Okay, so you're all on the boat.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys don't just bring coffee to the rooms, and like, I usually drink coffee in the morning.
We'll
Otherwise, I get agitated.
closer. So we'll kind of break you guys off into little like sections to practice that. So what I'm gonna have you do is a check in your more proficient skills. So we're gonna start with Spaguglio. I need you to do
Okay.
a charisma check, just straight up. Yeah, you spend most of the time doing your little training. It goes good for half of you. The other half didn't quite get what you wanted out of it, but it's okay. It's not like it's necessary to get that +1. We're all good. Everyone's good here. And yeah, that is the day. The third day, dawn of the third day. The moon is about to crash down.
Well, it's gonna be nice knowing you all. It was in the name
I
of the
should have
campaign
seen that
the
from a
whole time.
mile away with my character.
Down in Lower Decks, everybody wakes up. Traditional
Do I
wooden
see
vessel.
coffee?
You do see a small thing of water because they did not have coffee, but it is a drink. I guess before we go, is there any last minute questions any of you have about our essentially what we'll be doing here?
Yeah, what are we gonna be doing here?
Now, Venfall is, as far as we know, going to be under attack relatively shortly by... This is how it's going to work. We're going to kind of dock and then go up towards Venfall to defend Venfall for a little bit of time. Greg will be helping you out through your part of the task. So,
Do they have coffee in Flen? Pick some up.
they might, actually. It's currently overrun by undead, and
I'm usually pretty easygoing and nice, but I can't help but feel agitated.
I bet you are the most easygoing person I will ever know if you
I've
just
been
had your
told.
coffee. You guys would all like to take a little bit of time before you come up. You got like a little bit, yeah, let's say there's about an hour before we all need to start preparing. So you guys do your thing and I'll see you above deck soon. And FaZe walks away. Up to the top of the boat.
Look, if we're gonna be working together, I need to know who's gonna have whose back do I have and who has my back. So, look, which one of you guys is gonna take one for the team?
Take one for the team. Are you asking someone to sacrifice themselves willingly for you?
Well, unless one of you guys are warriors, the way I see it, one of us is going down, and someone's gonna have to take one.
All right. Well, with that kind of tone, absolutely not. I have my own business to conduct here, and so I will not be taking anyone's back unless circumstances are absolutely dire, and even then, my work comes first.
I'll have your back, Spaguglio. I'm a shepherd.
Yeah. Whoa, no, just don't tell anybody that ever. I think we're gonna be friends.
Good.
Have the stars told you anything about this
A dragon.
Draga?
They're called dragons, yes. I've seen much destruction.
So how do the stars talk to you?
Don't.
Because I've been outside a lot at night, and they don't talk to me at all.
So it is less that the stars talk and more that I read the stars. Much like someone reads a book and can see letters on a page, I can see patterns in the stars that indicate certain meanings. So,
Like, have you ever looked at a picture book?
Oh, I can read.
Yeah, but have you ever looked at a picture book and then you make up the story because there's no story there?
that's
Kind of the same
not
thing.
how it. No, that is.
We had a guy back home who had these dreams that he said was like real and stuff. We used to call him stupid.
Got me good.
Yes,
Well,
Crealis, that was unkind, wasn't it?
I thought it was funny.
I told you we're gonna be just good friends, me and you. I'm
not
not going to
great.
exploit you at all. I can make anything.
That's not what I was expecting.
Okay.
Wow.
Like literally anything.
Can't make yourself coffee.
You should make rabbit pie.
Whoa. I can. gotta be coffee somewhere on this goddamn boat.
Do you want to go look for coffee?
Yes, I would.
Do a perception
I
check.
go right to the kitchen
Throw
away.
throw a perception roll for me.
Okay. That is 16.
So you go to the kitchen. You do not find coffee, but you find something that's very similar to coffee.
Actually similar or looks similar?
It
Like,
looks-
would I know it's similar?
It's a
Or does it
bean
just look similar?
that you could potentially put in a drink, but
Okay.
it doesn't have the same like. It doesn't look quite the same as coffee.
He's making revenge. Like, I'm gonna show you up coffee. It's not about being
Revenge
good.
coffee.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Are you gonna-
He pours himself.
You gonna drink
He-
this
he-
revenge coffee?
Probably.
Okay.
Like the front of the ship or wherever you are, and he like slams the glass down on the railing, and like half of it comes out and just goes overboard.
Yep.
And he's just like, "The beautiful day for coffee, isn't it?" And he drinks it.
Just slams it back.
At this moment, FaZe kind of notices what you're doing. Like, here's the commotion. Kind of comes over and is like, "What's in that? What's in that drink?"
Did I drink it yet?
Yeah, no, you slammed it back already.
Okay.
Did,
Just
wait,
like-
the important question. Did it taste like coffee?
It tasted interesting. It didn't taste like salt water. I rolled to see if it was salt water. It was a really high roll. It's fresh water. You're good.
Okay.
You didn't just drink salt water, but it doesn't have that same bitterness. It just tastes kind of weird.
Okay. It tastes like stale coffee.
What did you? What? She actually starts laughing a little bit. What did you put in that?
You told me there was no coffee. I went into the kitchen and I found a jar with some X's on it, and there was coffee beans in it.
Some X's. You might want to
I
go
can...
find a toilet soon. That's for people that are having stomach issues on the ship.
Burning, which is rare, but she is burning.
Rufus, do a Constitution save for me.
Oh boy. What have I done?
Love it.
Oh boy.
What you get for seeking revenge, coffee?
No revenge
Beautiful.
coffee.
I got a 9.
Beautiful.
It hits you pretty hard. You
love
need to
it.
find a toilet for the
Love it.
ship like immediately. You are.
Okay.
It's
Roll
gonna be
toilet.
a rough rest of your night.
Do I have to roll perception or dexterity to see if I get there in time?
Oh my god!
You make it there in time. You definitely make it there in time. You didn't roll a 1 on your con save, so you definitely make it there in time. But yeah, you're out of commission for a little bit. So you all reach land, all of the group of Horizon Walkers, and you get all your gear, get off the boat, and you all start making your way inwards towards Vendfall during your trek to Vendfall. And as
When you walk through sheep pastures at night, you learn to watch where you're stepping. That's all I'm saying.
that is true, roughly a 10-foot high gray stone walls. As you approach the wooden, with a wooden gate kind of surrounding a like circular town, it's actually rather symmetrical and kind of.
Mega
Oh,
will look
are
at
you?
Mega will go look at Kiva and be like, "I'll bet I can throw him over the wall."
You will do no such thing.
FaZe starts to like chuckle a little bit. He's
Bad
like,
big
okay,
man.
okay, we're on a little bit of a timer here, but we should get going. Crossroads, and to your left is an inn called the Golden Fox. The streets, by the way, do seem kind of busy-ish. Not so much. You notice a lot of like militia and warriors. They're preparing for a defense. So you notice a lot of.
Was that
like,
an inn or a tavern called the Golden Fox?
inn? Greg will meet you guys in the tavern. He's gonna get everyone else situated out here. You guys all get a seat. Greg will kind of go over any other stuff with you guys. I'm pretty sure we've gone over everything except for maybe a small detail or two. He'll make sure you guys are all ready to go. This is my farewell. I will see you in however long it takes me to help retake a city. You all make your way into the inn. Give you guys a little general layout until you decide before you decide what you want to do in there. So you go to the inn. It's actually very similar to your other inn because that's what I used as the layout for my impromptu inn. You have
Impromptu.
haha.
In-
As you walk in,
in-
the bar is directly in front of you, kind of in like an L shape. There are two bartenders behind it with rows of kegs that they are constantly pouring ale from, because all around you, you have like the merriment of pre-battle time, like drinking. Everyone's like, let's drink up kind of thing. You never know what'll happen. And to your left is 2 steps down and then a giant square seating area that you notice there's a couple empty tables. There are people playing dice around one of the tables.
He looks over at Crealis, who he assumes has a lot of money, and he's like, "You want to see how we have fun? Have you ever wanted something?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten that something?
Not usually.
But like, imagine how you would feel if you did get it. Imagine how much better that would feel if you did nothing for it. That's what this game is. It'll be easier."
She follows.
Mega's gonna
Come on.
go to the bar and get four large ales.
Is there enough seats for Crealis? Because he really wants to corrupt her.
oh no.
If Crealis would like, there's a seat actually right next to you.
Come on, sit down.
So there's
Just it would be really cool if Spaguglio just lost the first one right away before Crealis even gets to play, and we don't even have to roll. See, it looks like I lost, but next time I'm gonna win more. That's how this game works. You don't lose. You just bank it up for later. I feel like if nothing else, one of us will win. You don't lose at this game. I'm telling you. You only win later. It's not gambling if you know you're gonna win.
yeah. So you lose the
Oh, no.
double down. So what do you?
Oh, no.
No.
And he's still staring down that guy just
Yeah.
to see if he loses.
Well, he doesn't roll. He just stays.
Yeah.
If you go over, he doesn't have to roll again. He decides to stay.
But Spaguglio's still staring him down, and he's just like,
He just kind of stares back at
scared.
you and
Who's
takes
too
the
scared
money.
to roll.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
honestly, I get the money,
He
so it
looks
doesn't
back
care
at
if I'm scared or
Dallas.
not. I just want to do a buy-in.
I mean, she's got that 1 silver that Sfaguglio put down for her.
Okay.
So
So sure, let's do it. At 12, so they're over.
he looks
Double
at you and he's
sixes.
just like-
Crealis won.
and
Two
he's just
silver.
like, "Do you feel it? Do you feel the rush?"
So this is I won.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you won.
And he kind of the dwarf that's sitting across from you pushes the coins. That's yours. What we're doing tonight is defending Venfall, and the way Horizon Walkers defend is a move we like to call the false retreat. So he points at a spot like 50 yards away. We have barricades set up there. Essentially, we're going to bottleneck them. We're going to go out to those 50 yards away. We're going to bottleneck and hold as long as we can without any casualties. We are we specifically make sure to retreat, because what we're going to do is we'll retreat when we need to another set of barricades, and then slowly, we're buying time. So we just go to 50 yards to the barricades, retreat when necessary, retreat again, all the way to the town wall. You hear and smell you hear first and then smell a series of like shambling, like moans, kind of like.
We can smell moans.
Nice. That's why I said here first.
Thank you.
And like the clanking of bones kind of going. You hear the occasional command yelled as well from what you would imagine would be a necromancer. And in the edge of the clearing, which is not quite the map yet, that'll be very shortly, you see just like a wall of like zombies and undead kind of come towards you. Just right in the eye, and it just falls back onto what looks like a slightly mounting pile of corpses that are in front of the militia. A magical flare just kind of go up into the sky, and Greg kind of looks at it and is like, God damn it. Why does that SOB always got to get himself in trouble? Okay, so new plan for you four. A good friend of ours was supposed to actually get here before the fight started, but was a little bit late. That's his signature flare that we told him to set up if he ever was in trouble. So we're going to need you four to go help him out. You find yourself on the road and you stop a little bit and you see in the distance a... it's actually kind of interesting. Kava and Crealis have pretty much been running with like their hand on one of you two to try and make sure, because they can't see in the dark very well, unless you guys
yeah.
want to light a torch or
Wait,
have anything like that.
neither.
I just perch on Kiva.
Yeah. Perch on the other person who's blind.
Yes,
That works.
I
Yeah.
allow you to perch. You're
Yeah,
too precious
yeah,
not
yeah,
to
we're like-
allow to perch.
Yes. I feel like at some point, like I'm just like awkwardly bird hopping along.
Oh. And I'm just like, oh, honey.
Because that is what they see. Nothing. Okay, so you guys kind of stop in an area and you see in the distance a zombie kind of shambling forward and a unpause skeleton kind of shambling behind. They kind of like look at you, and everyone's gonna roll initiative, which I'm going to put you all in combat. He is going to take a shot with his short bow at Mega. That is a 23
And you're like,
for 8 piercing damage. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
This is a skeleton.
It's bitey.
First combats are cursed. 13? 13 hit?
yes. That's
Okay.
my armor class is 12.
Damn. It's only for 5 piercing damage. It's still a lot of damage.
Okay, that's still a lot of damage.
The skeleton
for
kinda like-
Half your
me.
health.
Shambling, kind of like
It's like a little more than half.
yeah. Take your mace, you just hit it right across the head, just literally bash its head in, and it just falls over backwards, dead.
Then a 1. Oh my
You
god.
just like
Big swing.
shoot your arrow off. Ooh. It goes right in between the eye sockets and the skull, and even though it's not alive and there's no flesh there, it still just falls over across the bridge.
So did it how
Almost
did
like
it
a
enter?
shadow moving across the ground.
10 damage.
You kind of float up behind it after pulling out your bright sword, and you just like stab it right through the center of mass, and it falls over a little bit against Mega and then down to the ground. Dead is the shadow, who's going to come up here and attack Spaguglio.
Okay, good. I didn't want it to attack me.
He's gonna do
Okay. But Guglio's got this.
his thing. I'm gonna look at that real quick.
He's too stubborn to die.
No, that's unlike. Did I already like? I already linked it.
Yeah.
Okay, attack. So
gonna
it's
hit.
16 still hit. That's 7 necrotic damage.
7?
Yes.
Oh no.
And your strength
Okay.
score is really cool. You kind of take up your amulet and you like look at it a little bit, and then you hold it out. It's inciting or saying the words to the cantrip Eldritch Blast without really knowing them. You kind of let the amulet tell you what to say, and a blast
Okay.
comes out through it. You see it do full damage, and the shadow just dissipates. As you kind of walk your way forward, even with the light, no one really seems to... the figures in front of you don't seem to pay attention to you. You see a Minotaur skeleton and, I believe, 2 other undead-like figures. They seem to kind of be staring down this figure that seems to be cloaked in shadow. You hear off in the distance... You hear off in the distance from the shadowy figure, "It's really all you sent at me was a Minotaur and 2 whites. How interesting." He has a sword in one hand, in his other hand, he snaps his finger twice. The 2 whites disintegrate into ash. The Minotaur lets out a raging like roar, and as it charges, then you see the shadowy figure sidestep it, take its sword, slash across its midsection. You see the sword kind of glow with negative energy as this happens, like just pure, like darkness almost isn't actually a word for it. It is just straight up negative energy. And the Minotaur just falls in half, like he cut right through the like lance. And what might you all be doing out at this terrible hour? Can't you see there's a battle going on? Kind of just looks.
But Guglio puffs out his chest. and he says, "My name is Gary, and I'm one of the horizontal warriors. Who are you?" Yeah, they call me Gare Bear.
Huh. Gare Bear. I'll remember that. That's a nice name. Nice to meet you, Gare Bear. And he kind of does a wave of his hand, another snap of his hand, and he kind of casts a spell, and he's like, "Whoa, that's light. That's not what I wanted to do. That's the wrong tool." Whoop.
Reasonable.
Mega,
Reasonable.
you want some sheep jerky? And he'll offer him some jerky from his pack.
Sure.
Lord.
He takes a piece and eats it. It's delicious.
Eva tries so hard not to do a face. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
This is delicious. Thank you so
I
much.
raised it myself.
Oh, a sheep farmer out in these woods.
So-
Crazy what you see these
So
days.
Mega kind of looks at Spoogly. He's remembering that Spoogly said, "Don't tell anyone he's a sheep farmer." No, I rob banks.
Roll a deception. You do notice in the rib cage of the Minotaur there is a book.
A beating heart.
Nope.
A
A
book.
book.
I want the book.
Book?
Give me a book.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to? So, do you give the book to Keva, or do you keep the book for now?
Knowing Mega, he's gonna open it up and look at it first.
Oh boy. So you take the book out, and I guess I'll describe it to you right before you open it
Well,
up.
first, I guess, yeah. What does it look like?
Okay.
You know,
Both of the covers, both the front and the back cover, you actually are noticing there are words being essentially continuously scrawled across it and then written out and almost like erased. The spine itself is essentially pictures of screaming faces going down the spine of it. You
I like this.
hear little
That's-
whispers
that's
as you
what-
pick it up. You hear little like
Mega's-
whispers in the back of your mind.
Oh,
Mega's dumb, but he's not stupid. So he's since Kifa's right next to him, he's gonna like hold it between his finger and his thumb. He's gonna be like, "I think this is your area."
And she says, "I think it is," and takes the book.
Crealis, you actually notice that the two halves of the Minotaur are starting to make their way closer together and clicks into place. You hear a click, and you see the eyes of the Minotaur start to glow. Is there anything you want to do before? Because it's taking a little bit of time for it to... There's time to do some stuff if you'd like.
Spoogly is gonna yell, "I told you so."
I'm so torn. I want this book. But I think the book is the problem. But I want it. But Kiva's not stupid. She's rational.
As it
unlike
starts to
me.
get up, its hand starts
So
to go
I'm
towards its
dropping the
great
book.
axe.
I'm dropping the book.
Great
I'm
axe.
dropping the book. The book is dropped.
And it just puts both hands on its great axe and looks both at you.
15.
Nice. You take your amulet out again, speak the words, Eldritch Blast through it. It goes right into the center of the mass of the Minotaur, actually where the cut originally was, and it just falls back over dead. You come across a scene, you hear like screaming and some battles and some like battle sounds, and you see the flare come up pretty much like 20 feet from you, not 20 feet, like 100 feet from you, because you're seeing the last flare. And you just see this. You actually can't see over the undead exactly what it is, but you just see undead body parts flying left and right. Okay.
And he's gonna hold out the amulet, and he's gonna say, my name is Gary, and I'm with the horizontal warriors, and this amulet punches about 7 weight classes above my friend back there, and I just killed a minotaur with my bare hands. What are you doing over there?
First off, roll an intimidation
Wow.
check, because sure, why not? We'll do intimidation. Can you intimidate skeletons?
Yeah, we will. I got a +5.
I
to
dare
that.
you.
Let's see.
I'm curious too.
Plus
I have a 23.
Nice.
Damn.
Those skeletons in the back, they just like, nope. Out both directions. The zombie here and
Nice.
here end up getting killed, and the shadow is the last thing. Here's just not going to be combat here. It's fine. I guess there's actually
Love
one.
it.
There's one more zombie. I didn't mean to delete both of them, but yeah. You at this point you can see like a little gnome or a gnome, not a little gnome, a regular sized gnome,
Okay.
just kind of hacking and slashing away. You see him like tear apart two zombies, just like take the shadow out as it dissipates, and then the last zombie, you see him like raise up his shotgun in his left hand, like a one-handed gun, shoot through it, and as the zombie falls through, the hole in the zombie actually falls through the gnome, and you just see this gnome, huge smile on his face, just look at you and be like, "Hi, I could be in danger," because I usually go a little bit over my head, but you're right, it probably makes more sense if we would do this in a safer spot. Yeah, let's go back. Go do the thing. I'm
Good
sure that they're
idea.
probably all done at this point. Maybe. We'll help out if we need to.
Def-
Nuke's out there. False
So they-
retreat.
They're false retreat.
definitely-
It works every time.